This is my sorry, I'm not feeling well. I have an ear infection and it's killing me. But there's two stocks I watched for today, but I took a I haven't made a video in about a week and a day. Last week, well, it was just straight breaking even, and I just didn't feel the need to make a video for stocks that I was just breaking even on. But I was like struggling with my rules. I wasn't. I couldn't find my pattern, or my pattern wasn't really there, and I still was trading anyway, just forcing trades. I kept losing 50, make a 50, lose 100, make 100. All yesterday, all last week, and then at the end of the week, I made a stupid trade where I had entered a stock and I bought 3,000 shares, so my risk was like 3 cents, which would be $30. And as I'm preparing my exit order, just in case it hits my risk, it blew and squeezed past my risk, and I ended up losing like $400 or $500 shorting it. And then on the backside, I shorted it again and made 100. So I won't say I didn't follow my rules, but I I took a risky shot, and it didn't work out well. But it's not like I broke my rules. It was just I was under my risk, 3 cents risk, and it just squeezed so quickly I couldn't even catch myself. But this is a stock I'm watching today, ticker symbol BBI. I didn't get to trade this one, but I was like watching it, and then market open, it was just spiking up, looking for a place to short. Then it got to right here, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna shoot my shot right here. My risk was like 3 to 5 cents at this point from higher date, and I was about to enter, and it spiked down, or it panicked down, and I was like another 7 cents away, and I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. I didn't like that, the fact that my risk was gonna be 7 cents per share, which was about, I was gonna buy about 300 to 400 shares, and I just it left without me, and I just from suffering last week and going through ups and downs last week, my tolerance was just low for these stocks. Like Monday, today's Tuesday, Monday I couldn't even watch the market, because if I was getting anything tricky, I just was like, you know what, I'm done, and I just walked away from my computer. So I was not in the mood, my tolerance was low, and I knew with that mindset I didn't want to trade, and I came into the stock market with that mindset too. And when I saw this stock, and it literally, I missed my entry right here. It literally like fucked up my vibe. This strategy that I'm playing is shorting into spikes. So each time the stock goes up, I'll use the previous high as resistance. But if there is no previous high, then I'll short within the higher day. The yearly high, I don't think there was like a area where I could really truly risk on, from the past history of the year, which was really 120 right here. You see it's 120, but I wasn't really using that, so I just shorted it from the higher day, which was right here. So it went to the higher day, then it pulled back, like short right here, risk the higher day right here, and it left without me, and it came down like right here or so. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. So I left it alone, and throughout the entire day, it went down literally 30 cents without me. So it went down to a low of 83, close to 80. So that's like 30 cents without me, and then I had its bounce, like a U pattern. I missed a great opportunity, but I ain't really tripping, because it is what it is. Ticker symbol ORTX. I shorted multiple times. I got faked out once. Then I shorted 13 times. I got faked out once. So I think I shorted like right here, risking here, or right here, risking here, somewhere around there where I was risking a high day, and it squeezed and broke the high day, and I covered. Then it pulled back because it only went up to really like it only went up fucking 8 cents from high day. So I was like, okay, if it only went up 8 cents from high day and pulled back, that wasn't really a major breakout, or not even a breakout, but a higher high. So I got into it short again. So I was shorting 300 shares at 25 cents, 7.25. Yeah, right here. And it pulled back, bounced, and I'm like, okay, it could be doing one of those stair-stepping patterns where it's just gonna pull back, bounce, and break to the higher highs. And I'm like, okay, if it does that, I'm only in 300 shares. My risk is 10 cents. That's $30. So I will only lose $30. So it pulled back some more, and I was starting to get frustrated with this stock. I'm like, I don't want to wait anymore. And I shorted another 100 shares right here, and my average was 720 at that point. And my average was 720, and at that point, and I got real impatient with the stock. So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do is change my risk to the highest point of this candlestick, which was 23, I believe, at the time. Yeah, 22. So I was in at 720. My risk was 723. So I'm like, okay, I only have 3 cents share risk per share risk with 400 shares. That's about $12. I can add another 200 to 400 and get my risk up to $30. And then if it pushes up, then I just get out 1 cent higher or 3 cents higher, and I'm out for a $30 loss. But if it fails, I'm making literally 60 cents, $6 per penny, which is $60 per 10 cent. And just when I was about to do it, it went lower, and I'm like, okay, I wanted to get in and add shares at like 718 to 720, so I could have a 30 cent risk, $30 risk. If I stop out on a share, I would lose $30. But then it went lower, and my average, if I got in at a lower point at like $7, my average and my risk would have changed. And I'm like, okay, it left without me, fuck it. That wasn't part of the plan. And it tanked. And it broke past this lowest point and got, it was kind of holding, it was holding support right here from connected to here. So it was holding, these two areas were holding. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to risk another squeeze or push up. So I covered right here, literally at the bottom of the channel at 680. I made $108. I was out. I had already lost $33, so I made back my $33, and I made $108. Um, then it squeezed up. You see right here, it squeezed up, but it never hit the high a day. So I wanted to short it again, but I got distracted by a phone call. Somebody called me, and I was making breakfast or lunch, and or something to eat, and I just forgot about it, or not really forgot about it, but I wasn't giving it my full attention. And when I saw it going up right here, I'm like, okay, I need to prepare for a short with the high day, but I didn't because I was occupied, and then it pulled back, bounced up right here again, and I'm like, yo, you gotta set some kind of short. You gotta set a short, and you gotta risk from this point, the high day. You can use this, but the main risk is right here. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna watch it. I'm not gonna trade it. And that shit just went down, bro. That shit just came down. And the day's not even over yet, but from like $7 to, I could have made a whole $101 per share, but I chose not to. So I missed a good 30 cents per share, and I missed another dollar per share. But it's okay that I didn't trade it to the fullest, because I'm still getting back off of my last week's negative vibes. I was really frustrated with trading. I felt like I needed a massive break, so it's whatever. I'm thinking about taking a break in the next 2 weeks. Maybe not, but how is it so much pain? I'm sorry. But I'm still proud of myself for being disciplined on this trade. I don't think I really broke any rules because I didn't size too big, and I didn't hold on when the shares, when the stock went against me and hit my risk. So I was really proud of myself for that. But I have my stop loss to thank for that, because my stop loss exits for me. I don't have to deal with that part of me. So it's like I'm using it, but I have to learn to be independent without it as well, without a stop loss. So I feel like I really did well, and I still have a lot of room to improve. But just like Grzani said, once you break one rule, it's like a snowball effect. You start breaking more rules along with that. So like, if you size in too big, you broke a rule, and then when it hits your wrist, you're most likely gonna break another rule where it's like, okay, I sized in too big, but I don't want to take this loss, so I'm gonna hold on. I think Tim Sykes said this too, and then you don't want to take this loss, so you hold on. So now you broke another rule. You didn't get out of your risk, and now you're holding and hoping, and then you start breaking more rules where it's at a high point, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna add shares just so when it comes down, I break even and make some money, and then it hits more, and then you take even a bigger loss. It goes higher, and then you take even a bigger loss. So I was able to control myself from breaking any rules by exiting when it was time.